This podcast will hopefully contain words or statements of obscene, pornographic, or immoral character. You have
Go.
Alright, good enough. And then Bomb Threat comes in. Rah rah, Sister Bob. Oh my god. Alright, so I think that clip should be over by now. So we're so out of practice, it's not funny. But we're here.
Which episode?
Oh my god, it's episode 100. It's only been...
Wait, you're shitting me. This is episode 100. You're stuck at 99 for like a year?
Maybe. Maybe, but don't tell anybody, because I don't think anybody noticed. But yes, we've been at 99 for way too long.
Yeah.
But you know what? Nobody's cared, so it's all right. So for the tens of you that are out there that'll listen, hey, what's up?
This is for you. The boys are back.
Yeah. I didn't get to talk to Evil Handjob about coming on, so that's my fault. Sorry there, Evil. But we'll hook up here in the future.
Surprise.
Surprise. We're using government-funded Zooms because we haven't done this in so long that now we have to use government-funded Zoom.
Oh,
wait.
The government... Yeah, careful. We just had a shutdown. We make it all locked up here.
So, yeah, our government-funded Zoom, don't tell anybody. Yeah, well, the better thing is if we can get the son of a bitch to working, we can get all of our audio tracks out. Yeah. That there will be the test.
You're talking about Zoom, of course, not the government.
Yeah. I'm not worried about the government because I don't think they give three shits about us.
Yeah. They don't work anyway.
They don't work anyway. So the reason I brought you all here is the Supercalifrisky guy did something really cool, and I figured it was worth us podcasting about. If you hear a noise, it's me opening up my Coke. Not my baggie of Coke, but my diet Coke.
I have to bring up my visual aid here because it's been 3 or 4 days. I don't remember everything, so we'll do the best. Is your
visual aid kind of like your marital aid?
Yes. If I start moaning or frothing at the mouth.
While I'm sitting here and you're pulling up your marital aids, is that a BC Rich I see behind you?
I'm impressed you can see it. It's so dark in this room. Yes, let me move this out of the way. This is a old junked up BC Rich, and guess whose it was?
Whose was it?
Actually, this is kind of depressing. It was Brian's.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. But the headstock has got some chips on it, and the pickup is there. It is. Pickup is completely missing.
Oh.
So it
but
needs
that's
some
all
love.
minor shit that could be fixed quite easily.
Yeah, right. It's a fucking BC Rich. I mean, come on, look at that.
That's pretty badass. I think it's a Warlock.
Yeah.
Warlock 6-string.
Yeah.
For those of you who can't see us on News Channel 2.
Yes. It is. Indeed, it is.
Okay, so now that I've got us on our first sidetrack, put that down. And did I say, that you went to, you have put it backwards. Wrong way.
I did. It's because the freaking bottom doesn't sit on this stand properly. Because the Warlock bottom's all angular and...
Dude, I full on thought initially that was going to be a base. and that was going to be your Bleak Shore base, which would be badass.
No, sticking with the Kramer for the Bleak Shore base.
Who did I see that I think had a Kramer guitar just recently?
Oh,
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh crap! I'll think about it while we're talking. It might have actually been pictures from this show.
Huh. I wonder. None of the bands that we saw. So you just let the cat out of the bag. We went to a show.
Oh, did I not say why you're on?
You just said that we did something cool. I think. I don't know. We'll have to rewind.
You do, Fred? We'll have to rewind. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I couldn't find it.
So while we're still on the topic of the Kramer, actually, I've been playing this bass for 20 years now, and I play in Bleak Shore now, and I saw like a popular band that on Instagram was posting pictures, and the bass player normally plays some other bass. I can't even remember what other bass, but there was one show where he played a Kramer. I was like, damn it, everybody's going to think I'm a poser now. Anyhow, this is proof that I was... Are you laughing? Okay, I almost made him spit his soda all over the mic.
Spit my Diet Coke out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's going to think I'm a poser. Fred's a poser because he plays a fucking 35-year-old fucking Kramer bass.
Actually, it's probably older than that.
Yeah. But it's badass.
Well, I love it. Anyway, all right, so I will tell you what we did. We went to... there was a lot of back and forth mentally because of the price of the tickets and so forth, and Kate and I are not like huge festival goers in general. But we went up to the CBGBfest in New York City.
Yes.
Mid Brooklyn, I guess, in the Williamsburg-ish area. They didn't have it at the original location, obviously. They had it under the K Street Bridge, which is pretty awesome. So it's like...
I saw pictures. It looked fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. 3 different stages spread out under this bridge, different areas. They had in one area, they did have the original CBGB bar and one of the bathroom stalls.
As one should have.
You know? So
could you use the stall?
You could not. No.
It was
roped off. It probably had plenty of urine on it already, so why add more?
But can you imagine bringing that thing out?
Right?
And then you're like, no, I think I want to keep that. How many fucking Lysol wipes did they go through trying to clean that thing off so I felt like I could carry it out?
Well, I feel like you lose something if you wipe it down. That's probably half the glue that kept it together was the, crusted on urine and puke.
Oh, how awesome is that?
You get your Tyvek suit and some rubber gloves and try not to disturb it too much so you're not breathing it. Whatever.
So, back to the show. So, did you guys get there on time?
We got close to on time. We actually left early. It was just this past Saturday, and it was just a one-day thing from, I think the first band went on maybe around 3. Actually, I have it right in front of me because, let's see, 3:15 was when the first bands went on. So, is this part of what?
Your marital aids?
Yes, I'm using my marital aid. Oh, yeah. Helps me remember when I stick it in the right place.
Nice.
So we left like at 9 in the morning from Baltimore to drive up to get up there in time. And we knew we were going to get up there super early because I guess taking a kind of a step back, we decided maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago that we were going to do it. We didn't get away for our anniversary this year and didn't really take a good vacation or anything. So we're like, you know what, fuck it. We're going to go up to this show. It's not that far away, really. You know, it's a like 3.5 hour drive tops.
Yeah.
And it's just find a place to stay that night. So we were like, okay, well, Kate got the tickets, and we're like, okay, let's look for a hotel room. And then I was like, you know what? I have friends that live in Brooklyn. I probably should just let them know I'm going to be in the area, because if they find out later, they're going to be like, what the fuck, Fred?
No, stop, Fred.
Yeah. So I sent my friend Yuri and my friend Jim a text real quick, said, hey, we're going to be up there this day. We're probably going to be, out late. So don't worry about, giving us a place to stay or anything. But we'd love to see you the next day, because we're probably going to, sleep up there and then want to do something the next day before we come home. Anyway, immediately, my friend Jim was the first to respond, and he was like, hey, doesn't matter how late, you got a place to stay here. Don't spend the money. Come up here. So we're like, you know what? That does save us like over $200. So, I mean, and that was like, we had to travel a little bit if we wanted to pay $200. So,
right.
So we took him up on it, even though that wasn't the plan. We were like, that's cool. That's awesome. Jim's awesome.
Hey,
anyway, more so because,
stay.
and Yuri was annoyed because, Jim beat him to it. So, so we went up, we made sure, that's why we left at 9 in the morning, so we could meet up beforehand, park near their place and take the subway, public transportation over to the show. And because we got there at like 12:30, we're like, well, let's eat first, because the show doesn't start until 3. Melvins don't go on until like 3:30, so that's when we want to get there, because we didn't care about the first band so much. I probably would have enjoyed them, but it wasn't a huge deal, right?
It's okay.
So we eat lunch, and we're just shooting the shit, and realize that, oh, you probably should get on the subway. You're going to be late. So even though we got up there at 12:30, when we finally finished eating and took the subway, and the subway only took you so far, so then we had to take a bus to another place, and then it was another like 5-block walk from where the bus drops you off. So we finally walk in, and we got there maybe 3. Well, it was probably actually closer to 4 by the time we walked in. So I saw like the last 3 songs the Melvins played. Yeah, but I've seen the Melvins a bunch of times. They're always great.
Yeah.
The current lineup is pretty awesome. They got the guy from oh man, what is that? Red Skull? Is that the name of the band, or is it Red?
I believe you. On bass.
Red something on bass, yeah. And then they had they did the 2 drummer thing. So it was Dale and another guy. I'd have to look up who's playing, who's touring with them right now. But basically the drummers were just doing the exact same thing, completely in step with each other. It was pretty sweet.
Wow.
Good job.
Good job, Melvins.
Good job, Melvins. That was not sarcastic.
No, love the Melvins. I think I watched them play Honey Bucket. I got to see that.
Oh, that was one of the songs that they posted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember if that's one of the ones we saw or not. Maybe.
So what was funny is I was in New York as well, and driving home while you guys were at the show, because we were up in Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, you were past us.
I was past you. I didn't realize that it was past. I'm such a geography. I can't even say it. Challenged.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I think it's just west of New York, but oh no, it was up past New York.
It's New York City and then upstate, which is pretty much the rest of the state is.
Yeah. So you barely got to see the Melvins.
Barely got to see the Melvins. They were good though. And real quick before I go too much further into it, I just want to say something about the taking public transportation in New York is so much more exciting than Baltimore. Baltimore, like, typically everybody just ignores each other, right?
Right.
In New York, we're sitting there. Yuri kind of rode the subway to where the bus was just to make sure we got off the right place, because Kate and I were like, I don't know. And while we're sitting there talking, a guy across from us just randomly says, "You guys in a band?" We're like, "What?" I mean, just because we were talking about being in a band, this guy thought we might be in a band. We're like, "Oh, no, we're going to see music play. We are not a band ourselves." But it was really funny that, and then that struck up a whole conversation about bands. And this guy played, guitar in bands for a long time, and knew the Melvins and knew a lot of the bands that were playing. It was like, oh, and he hadn't even heard of the show. Is the funny thing. He lives up there.
How in the shit do you? Oh my god!
I know. But especially if you're in the music scene, he probably should have known about it. But it was really funny that there was that instance where just striking up a conversation with a complete stranger and then waiting for the bus. We were close enough that pretty much everybody getting on the bus was going to the show. So, like, the lady who was behind us was like, "Oh, don't worry, the bus will be here soon, and it's a little bit of walk once we get there, but whatever." And we were like, she just looked at us and assumed that's what we were doing. So and we looked like we were lost. So it was very nice of her. Anyway, enough about that. Back to the show, right? We watched the Melvins.
Right. Then who did you sneak off to see?
We actually, after they finished playing, because they were playing on the same stage as the Lunatics, which is the main reason we went up there. Say what you will, the Lunatics are awesome.
Say what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. They played that. So there was about a 15-minute break between the Melvins and when the Lunatics went on. So we waited for the mass exodus of people going to see other bands and went up much further so that we were about 20 feet from the stage or so. So we had much better view and just waited for them. So that means we missed, let's see, who'd we miss? You
missed Scowl, didn't you?
Pink Shift. Not yet. Not yet we didn't. And YHWH Nail Gun. That's probably pronounced something. Oh well. So we missed some other bands, obviously, because we waited. This is the only time we waited around and took a break. We did, well, I'll get to that later. We did take other breaks, but not without seeing anything. So Lunatics were awesome. They go on. If you've seen the pictures, they were not all dressed alike like their latter years of when they were still a band and touring. They would have like the Bumblebee outfits.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, they went kind of somewhat back to everybody like is in this, the pretty ugly type of look where they're all just like completely blown out on their makeup and the dresses. And I guess Squid, instead of wearing like, I feel like she used to wear close to a leotard or something.
Yeah, I think almost like a ballerina outfit.
Right. Now, this time she was wearing more of like a jumpsuit type thing.
Pantsuit.
Pantsuit. But it was more like a aviator's jumpsuit because it was all one piece.
Nice.
Um, and they killed it. You know, they played all of their hits, and yeah, it was good for the nostalgia. You know, bringing back that
How
old
tight were
feel to
they?
it. Pretty damn tight. There was one point where Gina did a guitar solo, and it sounded like she may have messed up a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, this is live." That's awesome. That's awesome that they also threw, but they hadn't like played out for. I think they said the last show they played was 3 years ago, and I think that was in Chicago or something. Um, I assume they practiced, obviously, but you know,
Yeah, but still.
playing out as you remember is a much different scene, and live things happen, man.
Yeah.
But there was only
Yeah.
that one time that I was like, "Ooh, that sounded like she flubbed it a little bit."
From the videos that they posted and what I'd seen, the sound sounded awesome. And
Yeah,
the sound in the videos sounded good.
yeah,
Like just
yeah,
from the iPhones. Like overall the sound production there sounded like fairly tight.
yeah, yeah. It was fucking on point. Yeah,
That was
definitely,
definitely.
definitely. For an outside show under a bridge, there wasn't like weird echoing from the bridge or anything. It was pretty sweet.
How about bleed over from the other bands? Did you get a lot of that? It
No,
it did not sound like it.
no, I was a little surprised about that too, and maybe part of that is because it's outside, and a lot of the sound does like go out and away more than you would think. And as long as you're close enough to see the bands, they did put them fairly far apart for as tight a space as it was. It was. I feel like you're under a bridge, but there's these. I guess when it isn't like having a show or whatever, there's these roads that go across, perpendicular to the bridge. So, and you would have to cross one of those roads to get to the next stage each time. So
Okay.
they were maybe a block apart for each one of them,
All right,
and they
that's
were
still
kind
pretty
of.
good.
Yeah, and the big stage that like the Melvins and Lunatics have played on so far, that was kind of facing sideways. The one in the middle was facing away from the big stage, and then the one at the far end was facing back up. So I guess those two stages were kind of facing each other somewhat, but there may have
Right.
also been a little bit of a curvature to it, so they weren't like directly, you know. So
So
anyhow,
after the Lunatics played,
after they played, we made a trek down. We wanted to see the Cro-Mags, and there was a little bit of a lag between those two bands, but not a huge one. So we and they were at the two furthest stages from each other. So the bathrooms were in between. So we stopped and used the bathroom and watched a tiny bit of the Lambrini Girls, which are so the way that the stages worked out is there's the big stage where I assume what was supposed to happen is the biggest name acts are there. So you have Melvin's there. Eventually, that's where Iggy Pop and Jack White play. Um,
right,
in the middle, they called it the Young Punk stage. So it was like newer bands. And then at the far end was the Hilly stage for, Hilly Crystal. Um, and most of your hardcore bands or like mid-level, I guess, popularity bands were down there. So the Cro-Mags
right.
played down there. So the bathrooms were kind of in the middle. Actually, I think there was another set down further, but the bathroom, the Spotapot, the Spotapot farm was pretty much right across from where the Young Punk stage was. So while we were taking bathroom break, we watched a little bit of the Lambrini Girls. They're punk.
They're punk.
They were punk. And then we went down to see the Cro-Mags.
How was the crowd for that?
It was pretty good. Fairly packed, you know.
Right.
Every band that we went to see, I don't think there was any time where there wasn't a good crowd in front of the stage when the bands were
Mm-hmm.
playing, which is pretty awesome. I mean, you think about it, taking a quick step back. One of the other reasons that we went ahead and did this, because we again don't normally do festival shows, is because the the tickets were expensive, but if you saw like 7 bands, I think it ended up being about $25 per band or something like that for the
Right.
two of us. And they're all pretty much headliners. Like there's no like in their own. I mean, people go to see the Cro-Mags, and there's opening bands for them typically, and et cetera. You don't uh, typically get like a full day of a whole bunch of bangers. Sometimes there's
Yeah,
bands that you
absolutely.
haven't heard of. Not to say that they're not good, because those are usually the bands that I'm in. Is the bands that you're not there to see. So
Hey,
definitely go see those early bands, guys.
we specifically came to see you the last show that I was at.
That was awesome too. Was that might have been the last time we played too? That was a while ago, wasn't it? In the spring.
Wow. Yeah. Holy cow. Yeah, April.
Yeah,
What have you guys been doing?
I, not much.
Nice.
I mean, we've been practicing, trying to write songs,
Well,
and
Travis is on in tour
Travis
on
had a bunch
in
of touring.
yep. So he was busy.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I guess
Half
for a little
time for
while,
you clowns.
Aaron was. Yeah, Aaron was touring a little bit, but then sadly, the guitar player for
Passed
that band
away.
passed away.
The pissed, right?
Yeah, yeah, Bill died, which is sad. Moment of silence. All right.
That was a good
Um,
job.
thank you, thank you. And and another moment of silence for his name escapes me off the top of my head. The drummer for Stout, um,
Scotty.
Scotty. Thank you. Oh my God.
Scotty Powers or Scott
Yeah.
Powers. Yeah,
Wow.
that's another one. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
people passing away. So all right, quick one.
Yeah. But
That was quick.
sorry, I'll shut up. Let's do that again because
No,
I talked through
no.
it.
All right, moment of silence for Scott. All right,
Awesome.
that
Thank
was a
you.
good one too.
Yeah. And Travis joined Stout before Scotty passed away. He was having trouble, drumming. So he wasn't able to play some of the shows. So they brought Travis on, and unfortunately, after they played some festival in Florida, and after that, he passed away, and it's been tough for them to continue, I think, but continue they did.
Yes.
And just got back from tour in Japan, which is freaking incredible. He said that people in Japan were like treating him like they were gods and so forth. Like uh, it was such a strange uh, experience. He said, and one of the bands over there wanted to come over here, and he was like, "You're not going to get the same experience. People just are not the same." That was just a quick tangent there, huh?
Quick sidetrack. That was my fault.
Yeah, totally your fault.
My fault. But it is
Um,
what it is.
it is what it is. But Cro-Mags were doing well. They busted out a whole bunch of. I don't think I've ever seen them before then, so it was a good experience.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Where did we go from there? Okay, Cro-Mags played. Did we go all the way? Oh, this kind of one of the things that because of a lot of the bands that were playing have been around for a long time, and I was like, you know what, we should probably at least try to hit these bands that have been around for a long time, just to say that we've seen them, not that anybody's keeping tabs, but because of that, we went up to watch The Damned.
Oh, why not?
Yeah, exactly. And it was, I don't know any of their songs, if I'm totally honest. I just never.
I know the hits. That's it. I don't go deep into Damned albums.
Right.
What is it? I got the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the greatest hits up to a point. So it's a double CD. So I've got that going for me.
Yeah, and I'm sure they played. I'm sure that's mostly what they played, to be honest. But they were great. I mean, they're getting older, but they had the energy, and everybody. It was a huge crowd in front of them. Obviously, it's good to see older bands.
No, I'm all in. I'm all in. I wanted to go. That's why we're having this conversation, so you can tell me about your experiences and share it with the rest of the potty land.
Yeah, this is abridged because I have a horrible memory, but I wish I had like great side notes on like catching people doing things they shouldn't have been doing behind. But no, I don't. I'm boring. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. So after The Damned, we
wanted to see Murphy's Law, which was so the Damned played on the big stage, and then Murphy's Law was back on the hilly stage, so it's the two far ends of each other. But in between there, Scowl was playing. So as we were passing by, Kate had to go to the bathroom, and so I watched the very end of the Scowl set, or maybe it was the middle. Oh, you know what? No, I take that back. It was the very beginning of their set. Now that I'm looking at the the schedule, so it must have been the very beginning. But for whatever reason, we wanted to go see Murphy's Law. Probably because they're awesome. Although I've seen them before, and I think it was you who was playing with them. For some reason, we went with video equipment.
We recorded them for. We actually recorded the Slumlords.
That's who it was. Yes.
We recorded the Slumlords, and then I think we ended up recording Murphy's Law as well.
Yeah, because they were there. Why not?
Yeah.
Right.
We have cameras. We'll film.
Yep. And personally, I think they did better back then. This is no offense to it, but they played all of their hits. But there was literally, he was getting pretty wasted. He repeated. He was basically at the "I love you guys" stage of wasted, because he repeated the same things over and over again in between songs, and it was like they'd play a song and then there was like a 5-minute break while he was rambling. It was insane. We were like, man, they could have played twice as many songs the amount of time that he was just drunk rambling.
Nice.
But that's the only reason that I was like, we should have stayed and watched more of Scowl, actually, because they looked pretty good. And Murphy's Law, again, love their songs, but it was not a very tight set. And because at that point, after Murphy Law played, there was a huge gap where the only person playing was Jack White. We went up and watched Jack White, and I figured, again, he's huge. He's not that old, but he's huge. May as well catch him. He's a really good musician. Watched like 3 or 4 of his songs. Actually, they're really long songs, so there was probably only like 3 songs, including when we left. He had just finished playing Seven Nation Army, which is the theme music that they use for the Ravens.
Right.
When the Ravens get a touchdown, that everybody starts humming that. So that was Jack White. But one of the main reasons we left is we wanted to see the Linda Lindas on the mid stage.
Right.
And they're like an up and coming small band. They're young, real young, but it made it fun to watch.
Lots of energy.
Lots of energy. They're poppy punk. They jump around a lot. One of the songs they brought out a a young trumpet player to play along with one of their songs, and I was like, oh, that was me playing for the P-Tanks that one time. On a much smaller scale, maybe, but
but you could still, you felt it.
I felt it. I did. I was like, that's awesome. You go, dude. Play that trumpet. See, even trumpet players can be cool-ish.
On occasion.
On occasion. But because of that, we missed Marky Ramone.
We're breaking up.
Oh, that may have been, I scratched my glasses. Did it?
Did it get
no. I just got the internet unstable message. Curse you.
How do you have unstable internet in the city?
I don't know. It happens to me during the day while I'm working too. It's like, nobody's home. What the fuck?
It's okay. We'll make it work.
Yeah. So, if you missed that, we missed Marky Ramone because of that. Although, when we were walking between bands at one point, he was standing off to the side. There was a barrier, and there was no one else around except this young kid who, like, noticed who he was. So he was taking a selfie with this little kid as we walked by. Hey, I think that's Marky Ramone. That's funny.
You can go up and get a selfie.
I did not. Which, that just reminded me that while the Lunatics were playing, apparently Theo's daughter was in the crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her daughter's like 15 or something. Apparently she was in the crowd. It's like, wow, that's, you got the coolest mom.
Yeah, no shit. How cool is that?
That was pretty fucking cool. All right, so after Linda Linda's, we decided we were going to go see Iggy Pop because Iggy Pop is getting ancient and we've never seen him. And, it's another one of those iconic punks out there. And I got to tell you, so the other day, the bomb threat thread, I think Dave was offering tickets because he couldn't go, and somebody was selling tickets to go see Iggy Pop in, I think he was playing DC. Is that right?
Yeah, I think at the place across from the 930. Yeah, whatever it's called.
I'm not going to name any names. They know who they are. Said, why would I want to see that old, naked old something? And although I totally agree that Iggy Pop does kind of look like he's like melting.
Oh my God.
It is his shtick to like go shirtless, right? So you're not going to see Iggy Pop wearing clothes. Well, he'll wear pants, but he does look like he's melting. He's got a bit of a pot belly now, so it is quite a view. But he puts on one fuck of a good show. His backup band is fucking incredible. Like the drummer, like Kate and I were watching the big screen because we weren't close enough to see them directly, but they had these big screens off each side of it. And when they were showing the drummer, it was just like, that guy is fucking incredible. And they had a horn section and a couple of guitarists, and it's just, they didn't play anything slow. They didn't slow down or anything. Everything was like breakneck speeds and like super tight. So he puts on a great show. Let me just say that. If you have the opportunity, you missed out. That's what I'm saying. You missed
out.
It would have been worth it because he brings the energy even for an old melted dude.
Oh God, it's awesome.
There was a point where he jumped down from the stage so he could sing directly. It was during Now I Want to Be Your Dog. Mm-hmm. So he jumps down and he's like singing into the faces of people in the crowd and putting the mic in their faces so they can see. And also, and then when we went to go back on the stage, there was a security guy with him, like like right behind him the whole time he's down off the stage because I guess they're afraid someone's going to grab him or something. And to
He's
get
gonna
back on,
break.
yeah, he's going to break. So the security guy just basically lifts him up and like dumps him on the stage to get back up. But I mean, it fits for the song because that's the song where
Yeah,
he would roll around in glass and shit. So,
yeah.
so he just rolls on the stage and continues to roll around. It was pretty funny.
That is awesome. Little
Yeah.
pick me up.
Yeah. So that was the surprise. Personally, my most surprising like of the evening was watching Iggy Pop.
That is crazy because I
Yeah.
wouldn't have picked that. I would have figured.
I would not have either. I was just kind of like, I'll go see him because it's Iggy Pop, and how many more chances am I going to have?
Absolutely.
And I was blown away. I had those songs stuck in my head for days later. Swear.
And I hate his version of Passenger.
Yeah,
I
know, right?
hate it. I
He
hate
sang
it.
it. He sang it.
I know he did because I saw a video of it.
Yeah. That backup band was
Instagram
great
kids.
with it.
Instagram is your friends on occasion.
On occasion, yeah. But we didn't watch his full set. We watched probably about half of it, and then ran and caught the Gorilla Biscuits to end out our evening. Because,
Oh yeah? They
Yeah,
put on a good show.
they do. And and uh, and what's his name from Murphy's Law came and
Jimmy.
like Jimmy, yeah, thank you, came out to 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 do stuff on stage with them. It's like I'm not sure they were. That's interesting. The drunk guys coming out. So I don't know if Gorilla Biscuits are still straight edge or not.
Straight edge. I think for the most part. I could be wrong. You guys out there in TV land can correct me.
Yeah.
But I still think. But I think they're used to it by now.
Right. But you're right. They put on a good show, and I literally knew all the songs for that, so there was a lot of singing along for Gorilla Biscuits.
Oh, that's awesome.
There were points that I kind of skipped through the night, where we were like most of the times, other than the Lunatics, we were kind of towards the back of where the crowds were. We didn't want to get up in the mix of it too much, but we were close enough to see things, and even if we weren't close enough to see the stage directly, like the big stage, we could see the big screens, and that was good enough because the sound was so good that you weren't missing anything.
I tell you, the videos were crazy on how good the sound was.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely, listening to it, I was like, holy shit, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and because of that, for Jack White, we didn't really care about watching him, but I wanted to listen to a little bit. And at the very end of Gorilla Biscuits, and there was another band, doesn't matter. We did go and sit down not far away from where the stages were so that we could still hear, but our knees were just killing us. Standing around for 6 hours, it's just brutal.
I totally hear you.
Yeah.
Because I would have been wimping out.
Yeah.
I'd have been looking for a lean-in post.
Yep.
Or I'd have been looking for a place to plop my fat ass down.
Yeah. And the other thing I'd like to say is the food trucks. There was food available roughly not too far from the Young Punk stage, so it was the middle-ish area. And it may have been kind of in between the Young Punk stage and the Hilly stage, so that may have been some of the sound blocking. There was just a lot of fucking people there. The lines for the food were, oh my god! They had to have been standing in those lines for at least an hour to get food, and we got hungry, and we were like, no fucking way am I gonna stand in those lines. I'm gonna miss like
Yeah, no
whole
shit.
acts and shit. What I paid to come and see bands, not to stand in the fucking line. It's insane. But
holy shit!
so
How many food trucks they have?
they had,
Like,
I feel like they only had like 4 food trucks, and then they had like 3 or 4 more food vendors, maybe like tents.
right?
So it was probably between 6 and 7 different food places, but the lines for the tents were all of them. It was just insanely long lines. So we were kind of like, fuck it. There was a guy selling like chips and shit right outside of where the spotted pots were.
Oh, how convenient! Chips and
Yeah,
shit.
chips and shit. So I way overpaid for a tiny bag of chips and M&Ms for Kate just to tide her over, and like I paid like $10 for this like these 2 tiny things. So I was like, I just got screwed. But that's capitalism.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. That guy had it, and I needed it.
Yeah, because you don't want a hangry Kate.
No. No, that would, yeah. Sorry, Kate. Love you.
Just don't want a hangry. I don't want a hangry Amanda either.
The evening would have been completely shot. But then when we were walking back at the very end, back to see the Gorilla Biscuits, all the lines were gone. But
What?
the food trucks were still there. So we stopped and got food real quick without any fucking lines. It was, 10:30 at night at that point, but so I stuffed a hero down my gullet while I was watching the Gorilla Biscuits. During that we were under the bridges, but it started to like drizzle rain.
Right.
So because there's a gap between the 2 lanes of the bridges, like the wind was catching it just enough that even though I wasn't directly under the gap, it was like rain kept coming up. So I was like, fuck. That was when we were watching the Linda Lindas, and then it kind of subsided, and then near the end, as Grill Biscuits were ending, it started to drizzle again. So when we left, we were kind of on and off drizzle until we got the 3 or 4 blocks to the
bus stop.
where the bus stop was. Yeah, and then I screwed up because where we got dropped off for the bus was a one-way street, but I forgot that. So it was a different place to take the bus back. So we like passed it and had to come back across the street and go down further to get to the bus. But we figured out the busing and the subways all on our own on the way home, which was nice.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Well, hey. That's a good podcast.
That is. You went to see a cool show recently too. Not as big a show, I know, but
yeah,
one of your favorite artists, right?
I did. I went to see. I can't believe I went to see him again. It was Day of Decision too. Because I was freaking out, but I went to see Bridge City again.
Yeah. They put on a great show.
And they played in this little. Well, it wasn't little, but it had
the stage looked big.
But it had an upper balcony that you could get seats for, and we got seats like dead center of the place. So right. It was front row, dead center. So we were pigs in shit, Blythe and I.
Oh, it was just the 2 of you?
Yeah, it was just the 2 of us. Like I said, it was a Day of Decision. And I was just like, I don't want to do it because I've been having anxiety about driving. But she drove. She got us there, got us home in 1.5 pieces. I might have shit myself once or twice while we were driving, but it's okay.
So you're having anxiety about driving yourself, but not when your daughter is trying to kill you?
Well, that put it in my head that my anxiety is deeper, and no, I had anxiety during that too because I was
Yeah.
planning on driving, but she drove. When we walked to the car, she walked to her side, and I'm like, oh, I guess you're driving.
I was
So
like, oh, do you have to?
I could drive there, I think. But yeah, they put on an excellent show, as all they do every time.
Yeah,
There is something bizarre that happens, and I said this the last time they played, is the band before them had a set of drums.
Hmm.
And it's such a gear change to go from drummer to no drums and just 5 pieces across the front of the stage.
Right.
Like it is, and then not to take away from them because this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen them. So it's not to take anything away from them, but there's just something missing. There's a power, but I can't see their music having drums in it. Right. So it's like, I can't see the music, but it's weird because they come out and there's just not the same impact as the band before them was Dead on a Sunday.
Oh.
And they were different. They were kind of like alt 80s. They broke into Depeche Mode, Britney Spears mix.
Oh, Jesus.
And when he did his Depeche Mode, it was really good.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty impressive. But we were laughing our ass off. But they were good. Blythe fucking loved them. We had to go down and get more merch.
Oh man. Oh, that was Kate, when we were looking at merch at this thing, that was another place where the lines were like insane, and Kate wanted a lunatic shirt. So we were like, you know what? Just look online, see if you can get it online delivered to our house. Fuck that line. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
They get more money if we buy it from them directly anyway, right?
Right. Well, that's what because I was going to text you and tell you, if you see any cool shirts, hook me up. But I know that they still have an online store.
Yeah.
Because Gavin rocks his Lunachicks sweatshirt and taunts me with it.
Oh man. Yeah. When we saw Bridge City Centers, we saw them at the Auto Bar, and we got that sweet, bench seat that's like right over the stage, basically, so you can still hear pretty well, and you're like reach out and touch.
Yes.
And that was awesome. That night, none of the bands had a drummer, I don't think. I can't think of any. They were all basically, as my friend who lives down the street saw the first couple bands, and he was like, I love this. They're all like train hoppers.
Oh, yeah.
They looks like none of them have taken a bath in weeks, and I mean, Bridge City Centers is a little bit different, but they look a little bit more, not clean cut, but
clean.
Clean. But the other ones definitely looked like, you know what, we just rolled off the car number 5, and happen to have this beat up guitar with me, and let's play something.
A little jingle here for you I wrote. Like to hear it, hear it go.
Yeah. So we didn't have that bottom dropout issue that you were experiencing.
Yeah, it's every time, and I really and it's just me being a weasel, I think. Like, because I don't think anybody else gave a shit.
Right.
Watch some dude get pummeled at Bridge City Center. So
pummeled,
yeah,
they got into a fight, or like
I think he was drunk.
Oh,
he was
Jesus.
drunk, and like somehow he got up in the stage dive position and came down and started like wildly dancing, and some dude just dropped him. Like, it was like quick. It was like he had no idea what hit him. They came back up, but he got kicked out because they were like, keep your hands to yourself, keep your hands to yourself. We're all friends here. And he comes up and finds some girl and puts his arm around her, starts talking to her. So that was a joy.
Sayonara.
Yeah, it was a sayonara because he kept like taunting after that. After some guy stepped in, he kept like giving him this look, and it was like, no, dude, you're gone. Because I've already seen the chicks leave to go get the bouncers to say this guy's being a creep.
Yeah.
And he was gone.
Man.
But that was the downfall of those seats, was watching the crowd. Instead of the band sometimes.
It's too distracting.
Yeah, because you're like, what are these fools doing? It's like, yeah, that dude's gone.
Yeah.
That's gone. And the guy beside me, you could hear them, they were all laughing because they're watching the same thing. So it wasn't just me and my ADHD.
Yeah. It was the real show for a little while.
Yeah, it really, you jump and you're like, hey, what's going on there? Like, that dude's not going to make it the whole show. And he didn't.
And he didn't. Done. Yeah, one of the times years ago when Sonic Youth was still around, Kate and I went to see them play, and it was at the new 930 Club, and we were on the top level, and across from us, some chick was so drunk that she was like hanging over the balcony and yelling.
Oh,
and
my God.
It was like the only person in the whole crowd yelling. So it was extremely the same thing, and it went about 3 or 4 songs, and then they carted her off. Like, you're too much, man.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, we're wrapping this one.
Yeah.
Because I haven't edited and I haven't done this shit in so long that I don't know how long it's going to take. So with that being said, adios, motherfuckers.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
This podcast was brought to you by Potty Mouth Records. Contact us at pottymouthrecords@gmail.com and find us on the web at pottymouthrecords.rocks. That's .rocks.
That was way better than I expected. POTTYCAST. Podcast. Ba-da.